for today's movie, I thought it would be fun to use my hazer and fill this room with some haze. However, I may have overdone it a little bit. It's pretty thick. Today we're going back to 1999 with possibly my favorite Disney Channel original movie, Don't Look Under the Bed, which is like such a good title. It reminds me of the titles from like those Goosebumps books. Okay, I'm like 15 seconds in and I'm already loving it. The score is really doing it for me. It reminds me of the score from Beetlejuice, which I think was Danny Elfman. So, woo!
Middleburg is a middle-sized town in the middle of the country. But sometimes, in my dreams, it felt like someplace else.
The visuals. Yes, let's put the camera on every axis possible.
Middleburg is where I live. And so does something else.
Francis, time to get up, honey.
Oh my god, that doll. I think that doll definitely gave me some nightmares as a kid.
Franny.
My name is Frances Bacon McCausland. I'm 14 years old.
I like that Frances is 14. The last few Disney Channel movies that I talked about, the characters were 12. And 14 is like a little bit more grown up. So I think that's why this movie is a little darker.
It's so dark.
Man, maybe it's the end of the world. It sure feels like it.
How would you know what the end of the world felt like? You've never felt it before, have you?
Maybe the clocks are wrong.
Hope springs eternal.
I always set our clocks by the Naval Observatory website. I'll check it out.
And the dad, look who it is. I know him from Glee.
I've been collecting since 1961.
Isn't this just lovely and normal?
They're my everything.
His name is Stefan Tobolowsky.
What happened to the eggs? There were 24 eggs in the fridge last night. Now there aren't any.
Cold cereal again.
Do anything with them?
No one's blaming you, Francis.
I'm the one they always blame for everything.
That's because you have so much pent-up aggression.
I do not!
Yes, boys can be dramatic too.
What happened to the eggs?
It's 4:23 a.m.
The clocks say 7:23.
It was hard to get back to sleep. I kept wondering why all the clocks had been sped up. But I knew there had to be a logical explanation.
That was an opening scene. It's eerie, right? I'm feeling the nostalgia right now because I think that probably really gave me the spooks when I was a kid. Look at the outfit. Very 90s mixing of the patterns. He has like a Hawaiian inspired shirt with the camo pants.
Why is that guy staring at us?
What guy?
Okay, cinematography. My voice just cracked there. I think it's all the haze.
Did your alarm clock go off 3 hours early this morning?
How could you know that?
Oh, a lot of clocks were wrong. And, see, I'd been taking a statistically accurate sampling of the whole school.
That is a monster fly. That is a big, fat, juicy fly that I'm hearing.
Do you know anything about this, Francis?
Why would he ask her? She's just standing there looking surprised like everybody else.
Bye.
Bye.
Come on, those canted angles. People usually are very conservative with canted angles. They'll just use them, sparingly. I like that this movie is just really leaning into the canted angles.
You can see me?
Well, yeah. Strange things were happening that day all over Middleburg. Someone put a little gelatin in the school swimming pool.
Eek! I remember this shot as a kid. And I remember wondering, what flavor is this Jell-O? Probably cherry. These Disney kids were always pretty well off financially, and I think it gave me unrealistic expectations when I was a kid.
I found the newspaper in with the cans again. This cannot happen. What happened to all the gelatin? I was going to make my wiggly fruit thing for dinner tonight.
Well, I didn't take it.
Well, no one's saying you did, Bert.
Well, if it's not in the cabinet, then somebody had to take it. It's only a logical conclusion.
How could you do this? Joe loves Bert. You promised.
Joe, I didn't do this.
Get real.
Frances and another aspiring librarian look. They've established that, she's an intellectual. I like that she has her own set style. But, if you're interested in academics, you can also still be interested in fashion. I feel like this is kind of the 90s stereotype of the bookish teen gal that dresses like a librarian.
If I thought it was strange at home, school was even stranger.
I was just thinking how pretty the setting is. Look at those beautiful mountains. I thought maybe it was Colorado, but it looks like it was Salt Lake City in Utah. This hand definitely scared me. Very effective. B for bitch. I'm sorry, I had to.
Is there something interesting about my locker?
Why is yours the only one without a B on it?
Because they skipped my locker. It doesn't mean I didn't do it.
See, lost her. An imaginary friend. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's really cute, but I do not have an imaginary friend.
Did I say I was your imaginary friend? I don't think so.
Well, if you're not my friend, then why are you following me around?
Why are you so obsessed with me? I do really like the chemistry and the banter that they have.
I'm really sorry. Does anybody know who this guy is?
What is she
Honestly,
talking about?
he says his name is Larry Houdini. Does anybody know who he really is?
Why would people laugh when it appears like she's having a mental breakdown? That's just so rude.
Do you have any knowledge about Mr. Kepler's car being vandalized?
No.
Or about the graffiti on the lockers?
No.
Great.
I understand that her younger brother had leukemia, and it says here that he was given bone marrow transplants from his sibling.
Well, yes, that's true. But Darwin is in remission.
A child cancer subplot. A little heavy, you may be thinking, for a Disney Channel movie. I like it. I think a lot of kids have had to experience cancer. Either they had it, have it, or someone in their family is going through it. So I like that this movie is going there.
she's unhappy, Michael. Maybe she's blaming us.
Oh, so you think our daughter's expressing her resentment towards us by writing the letter B all through the town?
Yes, men doing domestic work. I like this representation. Disney breaking barriers. I do also want to note that this movie is not overwhelmingly white, right? We have a few more characters that are people of color that are not just kind of regaled to the background. So, good.
Are you the one who's been causing all the weird stuff happening around here? Yeah, like the graffiti and the vandalism and the dogs.
So, if this actor looks familiar to you, his name is Ty Hodges, and he was also in the show Even Stevens, where he played a character named Larry. So, very creative, Disney.
Believe in fairies? Do you?
Librarian is going to throw us out if you don't be quiet.
There came an echo of sound.
Le livre de boogie.
You believe?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
If you believe, then clap your hands.
It says it right here. The boogeyman lives under your bed. It doesn't say which bed, but I figure if he's trying to ruin your life, it must be under your bed.
Well, there's nothing living under my bed.
Oh yeah, Francis?
Yeah.
Have you looked lately?
The original Annabelle, I think I had one of these dolls, and for some reason, she did break her face. It was, I think, on accident, but I just remember how creepy it was when her face was all cracked.
Larry!
He's not under there. Now.
Oh, that's kind of scary. Don't you think so? And you'll see that new boogie, too. Inside of the mirror. It's you.
Looking like a goblin kind of reminds me of Martin Short in The Santa Claus 3.
Is this a political statement?
We need to talk about this.
Adequately explained what you were doing with that letter last night. Francis.
If you want to know about our family, visit our website.
Uh-oh, the original family blogger.
Are you saying because you're imaginary that you can't ever die?
I never have.
Well, so what, you never get old? You just stay young forever, like Peter Pan? Well, what is this thing anyway?
Temptrifuge. The temptrifuge speeds it up 30 seconds on this baby. He's got a white long beard, walking with a cane, eating some prunes. He's harmless, too old to booger.
And you expect me to believe all this?
It's in the book.
Not.
Those nails are long. I think you probably used a coupon code from some influencer. Vitamins that help your nails grow. And in this very specific case, they work.
I used to bite them. So that's why they grow really fast now.
That's a lovely little bust you have there.
Oh!
Oh, that one was for the parents.
What is going on with you, Larry? First your eyes, your fingernails. Now you're eating boogie goo.
Look! I'm not turning into a boogeyman, okay? You got that?
If a child stops believing in an imaginary friend too soon, the imaginary friend may turn into a boogeyman.
Ooh.
That's what's happening too, isn't it? Because I made Darwin stop believing in you too soon.
You know, maybe I could talk to Darwin and I could get him to believe in you again.
It's a little late for that, Fran.
Larry.
This shot feels like a good point to mention that Disney received a lot of complaints when they aired this on Disney Channel. A lot of parents were like, hey, this movie is way too scary for kids, and why are you playing it? And that's one of the reasons it's not often replayed on their channel.
Stepped in it.
I didn't step in any boogie goo, okay?
How did it get up here?
Oh, now watch me die. You don't die like that again. That's the one I
Fred, Dawn's in the boogie world now. I'm gonna go get my temperature, alright? Following me, especially when you started yanking my cord.
It's almost like they're borrowers, ant people, if you will. Honey, I Shrink the Kid people.
Francis! Where am I, Francis? Francis!
Darwin! Darwin!
This scene really reminds me of that I Spy book where like small little things are really like blown up and there's tons of them.
I remember when I couldn't even get these on.
This guy really likes drama. Clearly was a drama kid.
It's centrifuge time.
What? Are you trying to
stop something?
Yeah.
You. Say goodbye. No!
Gotcha.
Huh?
What's wrong?
Your extension cord has come uncurled.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Larry!
Francis?
Larry?
Do you think I look a little strange? But when you grow up, sometimes you change.
Darwin! Darwin, can you hear me? Yeah. Hey, Darwin, can you still believe in Larry? Clap your hands, okay? That's all you have to do. Just clap.
Stop it.
Very Peter Pan. I like that they foreshadowed this with the kids in the library and that story that they were listening to.
You believe?
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah. If you believe, then clap your hands.
You think you can win? You're wrong.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
Use a friend.
I think this movie is why I still have an irrational fear of jumper cables. Childhood trauma.
Who's Zoe?
Only one person ever called me Franny. It was hard for me to admit it was you. I didn't want it to be my fault. I'm sorry, Zoe.
No. Zoe better not be hot. She better not be attractive.
Zoe.
The boogeyman's a girl?
I don't want to lose
lose you again. You won't lose me, Franny, not as long as you remember me.
What's up, friend? You know you're too grown up to have an imaginary friend, don't you?
Sure does, sweetie.
That ending did feel a bit abrupt. I will note that they're playing Boogie Wonderland, which is a great song, so I'm glad that they put that in at the end. I think this movie was super creative in story and execution, and it might be my favorite Disney Channel movie.